having a college degree doesn't guarantee financial literacy. For recently graduated millennials with high levels of education and income, financial literacy is typically low, and many are now doing things that could spell trouble for them for years to come. Joining us now is Steve Barr. He is U.S. retail leader at PricewaterhouseCoopers. Welcome, Steve.
Thanks. I'm great to be here.
So first off, how exactly are you measuring financial literacy?
Yeah, we partnered with George Washington University and just asked millennials basic questions around interest rates and risk and other factors. That's how we started measuring financial literacy for millennials.
And so you found that the numbers are quite starkly low.
It was really alarming. Of the millennials that we surveyed, only 8% answered 5 out of 5 questions correctly,
wow,
and 24% answered 3 correctly. So it's an alarmingly low rate of positive compliance with the questions.
Right.
Yeah.
And you say more than 40% of millennials are actually engaging in risky behaviors, including pay down loans, pawn shops, and tax refunds. What kind of larger implications does that have?
Yeah, it's really surprising. And we saw those risky behaviors both with highly educated and folks that haven't been fortunate enough to get higher education. And the impact there really, I focus very much in the retail industry, and it gets me thinking about how the millennials have such a dramatic impact on retail spend. Millennials represent 80 million shoppers. And so I think it's very important to the economy that the millennials really get their act together from a financial literacy standpoint.
And so what would be your suggestion in kind of remedying this problem?
We as a firm are very committed to financial literacy as a corporate purpose. And it really just starts with information and taking the time just to understand the basics.
And another huge problem for millennials is 40% actually carry student loan debt. How are you advising clients to pay it off, or maybe preemptively choosing a different solution?
Yeah, we're really advising students on the front end of their decisions about taking on that student debt, because it really is presenting them with a crushing debt load, almost like a mortgage from, say, my generation. I'm a non-millennial. And so it's very important on the front end not to enter into those risky behaviors, because it's such a difficult hole to get out of once you're in that position.
And how can the rise of digital commerce help young adults from becoming more financially literate?
Yeah, well, I think it's just an opportunity for them. There's so much information available, and they can really inform themselves. So I think you just need to pause, and before you go buy those things, make some judgments and wonder, am I doing the right thing for my long-term success?
But on the flip side, don't you feel as though the seamless involvement of commerce on the web makes it easier for millennials to, feel like you have purchasing power?
It's always there, and you almost, you just have to push a button. So what I would say is, especially being in the retail industry, we love when you push the button, but before you push the button, pause and just think, is it really the right thing to be doing for the long term?
Right. And only 32% of millennials have set aside funds to cover 3 months of expenses in the event of job loss, serious illness, economic downturn, or other kinds of unexpected events. What would you say is the reasoning for that?
Yeah, look, millennials, we see they live in the here and now, which is a wonderful part about the millennial generation. But it's time, as millennials, now are from the ages of 18 to 35. I hate to say it this way, but it's just time to begin to take on their responsibility.
Take off the invincibility cloak.
That's right. That's a great way to put it.
Thank you, Steve Barr of PricewaterhouseCoopers.
Thank you.
So what's your take on millennials and financial literacy? Let us know in the space below or on the Yahoo Finance Facebook page.